Hi, this is Andrew Sears, and I'm the president of City Vision University, and we've just done a major upgrade to improve how we can serve students. And I'm just going to give you an overview of the new system. So this is going to be replacing Moodle. We have Populi as the replacement, and I'm going to just talk you through some of the new features and capabilities that are in it. Now, as always, if you need help, you should email support or call our support phone number that's listed there. We have chat on the main City Vision EDU website. It's not available. The chat isn't available through the Populi site, so you have to go back to the main site. And if you have academic questions, such as course material, assignments, or grading, you can message your instructor, and I'll explain to you how to do that. So the first thing that I want to show you is how to add a photo to your profile. So this is something that we ask all students to do. Part of it is just we want to be relational. We realize that it can seem impersonal to do online courses, but as you're interacting with other students, we want you to be able to see their faces, know that they're real people. So the way you do this, in many ways, Populi has been designed using practices similar to Facebook. So you just go and you would go and click on the picture. And then whenever you click on the picture, you can either click or drag and drop an image, or you could take a snapshot. If you had a webcam, say you had a laptop, you could just take a snapshot there and add your photo. So some other things you can do from your profile. One is you can edit your contact information. You would just go to the Info tab, and then you can hit edit. You want to make sure your contact information is correct. If we ever have to email you, or if we ever have to mail you a check or anything like that, that's important. And so that's the first part. Now, how you get back to your dashboard is you click on the home button, and there's 4 parts to your dashboard. There's the alerts, and this is really like your to-do list, and you can click on any one of these alerts and it'll take you to those things. So registration, enrollment agreement, or your course. And then on the events, that's essentially like your calendar. The courses, now this part here is important. You have to select the term. Sometimes it'll have the default term selected and sometimes it won't. But if it doesn't, you need to use the drop down to select the term. And the feed is basically like what you would see in Facebook if anyone posted a message that's on your wall or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, there's 3 ways you can get to your courses. One would be to click on the alert, the other would be to click on the event. But what we're going to do is we're going to just click on the course here, and then I'm going to give you an overview of the courses. Now, the most important thing to know is you're going to look at this and you're going to say, wow, this is really different than Moodle, I'm lost. So if you want it to look like Moodle, you need to go to the Lessons tab. So the Lessons tab is basically like Moodle. You know how we had it separated out by weeks. You have to click within the week, but once you click within the week, then you're going to see something that looks very similar to Moodle. So this is, week 1, you have the required textbooks, how you get help, then you have the standard things you're used to seeing. So to read, to watch for the videos, and then at the bottom you have your assignments. And then there's other tabs that I'm just going to give you an overview. I explained on the dashboard, so you have your grades up here. If you post to the bulletin board, that goes to the whole class, so I wouldn't encourage you to do that unless it's something that the entire class needs to know about. The information is kind of a way to get to, you can get to the syllabus here. You also can get to the faculty, and if you wanted to contact your faculty, that can be a good way to do it. And I'll just show you real quick how to contact faculty. So you would just go, if you wanted to contact the faculty for this course, you would just go and then you post on their bulletin board. And that's going to send an email message to the faculty, and they'll see a notice whenever they log in. So that's the best way to contact your faculty. Then really, in most cases, I'm going to advise that you navigate to things through your lessons, because that's the best way that we have it organized. But if you just only wanted to see discussions, you could go to look at discussions, or if you only wanted to see assignments, then you could go here. Now, one thing that's different about Populi compared to Moodle is Populi calls everything an assignment, whether it's a discussion or an assignment. So this is the best summary to see the summary for your grades for the course. And you could go, and this is real quick what items that you have that are assignments that are due. But we recommend that you navigate primarily through the lessons, because each of these things you'll see whether it's required or not, and there's actually tracking that's done, and your faculty will monitor your progress in the course. So if you skip a video, then they'll know that you skipped a video, and you're not graded on that, but they may comment on it. They said you haven't watched any of the videos and you failed a quiz. You need to go back and watch the video. So and then if you're taking a class that has a test, there will be a test tab that's there that I don't have to show to you right now, but I'll show that to you in just a minute. And then the calendar is a list of when things are due. You can see these assignments are due. Now you'll see attendance. What attendance is used for is it's used if you submitted your assignments for the previous week. And even though it said you can list this on Monday, that's because we're showing it as midnight on Sunday, so it's actually due the previous day. Okay, so that is the overview. Now what I'm going to do is walk you through how to post in forums. So we're going to go down to the first forum assignment, and this is you'll see the forum post, and there's several things to pay attention to here. So one is that there's different ways you can get to it. I showed you to get to it through lessons, but you could get to it through discussion. But the other thing is we've actually posted the rubric on the course, and there's most of the items are just mechanics. You'll see you got to post at least one comment. You have to have 400 words. You have to have 2 replies. You have to have so many posts, and then on your replies you have to have so many words, and then you have to rate at least 3 posts. Now let me explain to you what that is. We believe that it's very helpful for peers to rate each other, and the way we advise doing that is treat it as if you're a faculty and you're grading someone else, and you give them 5 stars, that's an A. You give them 4 stars, that's a C. 3 stars or less is going to be failing. But part of the reason why we want to do this is, you're posting and you're contributing to a community, and we want you to see, how others, see your posts. So hopefully this will help. It's only a small part of your grade. The biggest part of your grade, if you look at the rubric, is the faculty part, which is the average grade post. So how you actually post is there's 2 ways. So to post a reply, you would go and you would hit reply on another student, and then you would click on that. If you wanted to rate someone's post, then you would go, and I'm just gonna see if I can cancel out of that. So you would just go and you would click on that to give it a rating of how many stars you want to do, 1 to 5, and then to do your original post, it goes here. Now, rather than how Moodle works, where you'd have to click to see each post, this shows it all in one big wall. So in some of the forums, you'll see a very long wall. I encourage you to try to spread it out. If you see someone has a lot of comments, then I would encourage you to make comments on some other students, so each student gets some feedback. So one other update, just to let you know, is that Populi doesn't send email notifications on forum posts like Moodle did. So if you want to see when people are posting, you're going to have to go and look for that yourself. So let me go ahead and try to show you how tests will work. I need to pull up another screen on how to do that. So I am going to show you our new student orientation and how the exams for that work. So if you look at the new student orientation, if you're in a course that has a test or a quiz, then you'll go and you'll see that there's a section where you can access. This is actually the faculty view, but you would see those tests in the new student orientation. I might have a course here. Let me just see if I have a course that has tests. Yeah, here we go. You can't see it because it isn't posted yet. Anyway, so that's how you'll get the test. Now, one thing that I want to emphasize also is how we're doing proctoring has changed, and this is a pretty big change. Just like before, your proctor has to get approved in advance. The way the proctoring system works is it all works by mobile phone. So you're going to need to get a proctor that has a mobile phone. What they're going to do is they are going to enter their mobile number. It's going to send them a code, and by entering in that code, it's going to give you access to the test. So there's more details on the instructions in this manual, the Populi student documentation. So that's just one other additional bit of information to help you out there. So I already explained how to message faculty. I also want to show you how you can register for classes. So there's a few different ways you can go to register for classes. One is going to be that you the easiest way you do to get to that is you'd go to My Profile, and all your academic information is going to be under the student part of your profile. But where we want to go is we want to go to registration. Now there's a shortcut to get there from your home page. It's going to say registration is now open. So if you wanted to register for courses, you could go. Now the way this works is whatever term you show, it's going to show you the courses that are available for that term. And then what you do, if you wanted to add a course, you click the plus button next to the course, and then be sure you hit save. If you ever need to drop, this is also the same way you drop. So you would go into a course, then you just hit delete and then hit save. Keep in mind that we have an add drop policy, so if you want to be considered dropping a course at week 2, you need to go in and hit delete at week 2. One other update is we're going to be, because of the audit that we've been going through, we have to enforce student activity much more strictly. So students that don't participate for 2 weeks in a row will be notified that they're going to be dropped from the course. So the other thing that I think is going to be a real benefit for a lot of students is you're going to be able to see your unofficial transcript and degree audit. So I'm going to show you one of our staff because he's given us permission to use his information, and he's taken these courses, and you can see his unofficial transcript here. And you could also go to export a transcript by clicking on the export transcript. And then the other thing is a degree audit. Now what a degree audit means is that's basically saying, what do I need to do to graduate? So if you click on the degree audit, you're going to see a checklist, and it's going to show what things in the degree audit you've met. So cumulative GPA, how many resident credits. So you have to have a certain number of credits with City Vision. You have to have a certain number of cumulative credits. And then you have to have some of these specializations. So so these are your core requirements, and often there will be elective requirements. So before we give someone a degree, we go through this. So if you want to know how long do I have, then you can go through this. For a lot of students, it'll show your general education requirements. Now, if you think something's wrong with your transcript or your degree audit, then you should email support@cityvision.edu. So the last thing I want to do is to show the section on looking at your bill, and I'm trying to think if I have a student that has a bill. Let me see if my test student has a bill. I don't think I have a bill, but I'll go ahead and show you. So the way it would work is you click on My Profile and then Financial. And the way it's going to work is you'll see you'll be able to look at that. Now, if you have any unpaid invoices on your account, that would actually show up on your home page. According to the documentation, there would be a something, and I'll go ahead and show you in the documentation. So there'd be something that looks like this, and it would say you have unpaid invoices, and if you clicked on it, it would show what unpaid invoices you have. And then after that, it would show under the amount due in the summary, it would say make a payment, or you could say someone else is paying, and then you're able to pay online. Now, one big update to let you guys know, and I should have mentioned this on the course registration, is all registrations are going to be handled through Populi for existing students moving forward. So if you want to register for courses, you do it here, and then after you register, you go to Financial and you pay for your invoices there. So if you think something's wrong with your financial information, you should also email support. The last thing is if you want to update your settings, so say you want to change your password, that's going to be under security. You could change your password there. There's other things on notifications when you get contacted. The system does have the ability to send text. I know a lot of you prefer text in terms of communication. We ensure you, if you enable texting, we're not going to spam you, but we might send some critical notifications every now and then via text. So again, all this information's in this documentation. It will be linked in all the courses at the top of the course. It'll be sent to you all by email and is also linked in this video. So if you have any questions, again, send them to support@cityvision.edu. Thanks a lot.